So I think that's what instilled the idea of me being a trainer.
Do you think that's a good way to find talent?
Doing the show?
Yeah, doing kind of that national search on TV kind of thing.
I thought it was a really good idea.
Okay.
I thought it was a good idea for a show. I thought we didn't support it very well, in that, you know, I think the wrestlers on our show had a problem with it, some way, somehow. I mean, it's like, how is this any less of a way to find people than going to a stripper bar and inviting dancer girls to be wrestlers? But now when it comes to the guys, you know, it's not cool to go find talent and shape them into wrestlers. Oh no. So see, it's always that, you know, say one thing, do another.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hey, there's like a hierarchy here. Hey, there's rules in the wrestling world. Hi, Brock Lesnar, can I wipe your ass? Are you gonna make $1 million? Can I help, please? Can I have part of your pay-per-view check? Stupid. So to me, it was like, it's entertaining. It's a good way to show the fans and people that are not wrestling fans, we grabbed with that show.
Mm-hmm.
Different, you know, cable show, different demographic. Older people were watching and going, wow, that stuff's really tough.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I heard all the time.
You're right. It did expose it in that light to a lot of people, maybe who were taking for granted what was going on.
And for fans,
Sure.
fans that always look at us and go, wow, that looks easy. And they always told me in all the shows I was in, the house shows, I could kick Maven's ass if I wasn't tough enough. I said, well, what the fuck have you done about it lately? Are you training? Fat slob? No. You know, so it's really easy to look at something and go, I can do that. Mm-hmm. So it gave those fans or those kids an opportunity to do something about it. And they did. And how many people did you see that would show up, not be ready with a promo, not be physically fit enough to jump over a heavy bag 3 times without falling on their faces? Mm-hmm. You know, so they got to like own up, and the world got to watch that. Mm-hmm. So I thought it was a good idea. And then, of course, it also brought light to our developmental schools where, okay, where do these winners go? They don't just arrive to the stage, the ring. They have to go through more training. Mm. So that gives all of us guys even more kudos for being where we're at. So I thought it was a really good thing.
How was Al as a trainer?
Al was great. I mean, I think it was important, though, to have a different trainers. I think the best season we had was with Bob Holly, Al, Chavo, and me. That was an awesome bunch of trainers because everybody had legitimate, different things to give. We had fun together. We were a good team, and where, you know, because Al sometimes he's telling the kids how to do something or explain something, and I'm looking around the room going, they're not getting it. You got to say it in a different way. Mm-hmm. And then if I said something, he would just tell me to fly away on my broomstick. I pegged this one girl in Tough Enough 3 as being loony right from the get-go. The minute we started locking up and touching each other, she got really weird, I could tell, right?
You felt the crazy, didn't you?
I knew it. I could see it. And I mentioned it. And I told Big, I said, something's up with that girl, man. There's something weird going on. Ivory, they always shut me up, right? Well, what? They peel her off of the roof wanting to jump off one day in Malibu. I mean, you know, really nutso. Yeah. I don't know if they showed that part on TV, but this girl went nuts. And then she shows up in the airports following us, the troop around, saying, I'm on a Tough Enough challenge. And she was already like off the show. Nutso. Enough nutso to where her parents didn't want to come pick her up out of the loony bin. They didn't want anything to do with her anymore. She's calling the MTV producer saying, you know, Mom, come and get me. Nuts. Wow. Oh, but Ivory, fly away on your broomstick. What do I know, right? Well, that was really fun because we had, we got together to work our match, and that's when we looked around at each other and we were like, whoa, this is going to be fun because we all know what we're doing. This is going to be awesome. And we had Fit Finley for our agent. So we all got in there, and it was so magical the way it all came together. Everybody pitched in. Everybody had ideas. It wasn't like anybody was sitting there scratching their heads for 9 years and, what do we do with nothing, basically. It was always me and Jackie Moore's problem. No storyline, no nothing. What do we do now? Who's good, who's bad? How do we tell the story? But this was just, we had so much to work with, and it was that example of, which we just didn't get to have, I didn't get to have that often in my career, where I was really out there enjoying myself because you were surrounded by people you trust, that you knew could make you look better than you are. It was not that way very often.